So it's pretty hard to grow outdoor bonsai trees indoors, but what you can do, that I know it doesn't look pretty good, but it gets the job done. So I've got this thingamacall here, and I've got this juniper, that's Lagestroemia, it's a flowering bonsai tree, and the last one, that's the Prunus mahaleb that we'll be tackling today. So let's get to it. So this is my little tree. As I said, this is a Prunus mahaleb. So this is a Turkish cherry. It's a very nice species, deciduous tree, but it's extremely nice to develop a bonsai. As you can see, I left these two top branches to grow on their own quite a lot, because I want to pump some juice into the trunk and into the branches. But we'll be pruning them today because I want to get more secondary branches and a little bit of finer start building ramifications. I do not want to grow the tree much taller than it is. I'm kind of missing the leader there, but we're gonna see how we're gonna tackle that in the future. What I want to do first is just clean the trunk a little bit, just with plain water. You can use vinegar, but for now I'm just going to use a little bit of water just to get it back to color again, and to see what's going on here. Just a little bit. So furthermore, I will be using straight vinegar, but I don't want to do that now before I repot it, because there's a risk that vinegar goes down into the pot, and I don't want that in this second. Of course, the next step will be choosing a pot for this tree. So I've got a nice green square pot here. I don't quite like that. I've got an oval green pot here. This is nicer, kind of works. I've got another green pot here, also squared. This is the best of the three, but I've got a blue pot here. This is looking kind of weird. If we look at the tree, it's got a little bit of a feminine shape, but I see more of a masculine in the future. So the crown jewel, this is a very cool pot, and I think we're gonna choose between this one and this one. What do you say? This is brownish green, so it kind of matches the trunk, the color, the shade of the trunk, but this is also pretty nice, and it also has some brown here and there. So I want to use one of these two pots. So I've decided to go with this one because it's just better for the tree. It looks better, a little bit of brown. Also, I want to save this because it's bigger. I want to save it for another tree. I have another tree outside that I want to repot into a slightly bigger pot. The tree outside, it's potted in exactly a pot exactly like this, so I want to transition it to something a little bit bigger, so I'm gonna be saving this. Also, this has two holes, this has only one hole, but now we have to see if the tree lets us, because as you can see the difference is it's quite huge. Okay, it's less than half of this growing pot, and we must now see if the roots allow us to do this. But in my own experience, I'm gonna tell you right now, this will be possible. So let's get straight into our little job here. I should have pruned the tree first, but it's not a problem. And we're gonna take the tree out. Just like that. I love these pots. I've mentioned it not once, many times. I love these pots. They're so cheap and they're just perfect to develop a tree when it's young, to develop roots, to develop branches. I could have left the tree in this pot, I think, for 2 years, even without repotting it, but I want to put it into something nice. You can see straight away the layer of bigger particles at the bottom, so it's clear that the tree could have stayed a lot more in this pot. I'm gonna try to save some of these big particles. This is volcanic rocks, and I'm gonna use them in the same matter in my new and fresh pot. So I'm bringing them in quite early because I wanna get a fresh, a quicker start in the spring. So I could have left them out, but this night was a pretty cold night. We had -7 degrees Celsius, -7, -8 degrees Celsius outside. It's starting to get towards March, and I'm not liking this very cold, very cold late winter nights. Straight away, I want to prune off this part of the roots, and as I told you, this will fit nicely in that small pot. When I bought this tree about 2 years ago, less than 2 years ago, the trunk was like this, just like this. This Prunus Mahaleb is just great. It thickens the trunk very efficiently, and we want that. If you want your life to be easy, and if you want to do a high quality and a great bonsai, and you want to do it fast, you need something like this. You need a tree that thickens up, well, pretty damn fast. Bonsai art is a long run anyway, so if you are waiting a lot for everything, it will take a lifetime. So get proper species. You will develop them pretty fast, you will get results pretty fast, and you will feel happy pretty fast. So now that I'm pretty sure this will fit very nice here, maybe just on this side I'm gonna prune it a little bit more so I can put some fresh potting mix in all over the place, at the bottom, on all sides of this root mass. This is great about deciduous trees. You can prune a lot of the roots and the tree will be fine. Just don't do this with coniferous trees, because there's a big chance they will die. So I'm now gonna just find a front. So I've made up my mind regarding the front, and I will place the tree kind of like this, something like this. It will look pretty cool, because this front doesn't look that good, but this one looks pretty nice, just like that. I want tree to get a lot of drainage and a lot of aeration. So this is my front, and now I'm gonna come in with my potting mix. Just gonna spray it a little bit, okay, so it doesn't make a lot of dust, and just going to put a little bit in, just like this. As usual, I'm gonna make a little pile here That's enough. And I'm gonna come in with my little tree, just like that. Take a good look at it again. You'll be able to see it better when I finish the repotting. So after we repot it, we're gonna take a look and see if we can prune it a little bit heavier so it doesn't get much thicker than this, because this needs to be a little bit thicker than this one, and right now it's the other way around. Also, I'm taking a good look, so the top of the tree, my leader, doesn't just fall right on the middle of the pot. It's a little bit too it's a little bit hard not to do that, but kind of like this. I've kind of got the job done here, and I'm gonna come in with my potting mix, with my bonsai potting mix. I decided to use small wires and normal wires, but I'm not happy with my decision. The tree is not that secured into the pot. As you can see, it kind of moves around, but I had to try it. I need a little bit a wire, a little bit more on the thick side, and I think that will just get the job done pretty nice. But I'm gonna work the soil, the substrate in, and this will be fine. Pruning off right about here and right about here. Okay, I can look for buds on this one, but I think it's better if I left it like this for now, and after the first flush I can decide better on the branches that I don't see very good all the buds that are there, so I don't want to mess up the things. Also here I've got a little branch that it's growing right in our aisles. What I want to do with this branch here, I can prune it off right like this, but it's still got a branch that it's going to grow like this. So I've got another bud here, and if I'm gonna leave it with only one bud, this bud will grow like this, so it will grow away from us. Also a little bit of over cleaning here and there, and we are good to go. Also, I've got here this branch that it's growing kind of it's in the weird spot, but I'm not going to remove it right now. I want to see how the tree flushes, and then I will decide. But I think I will remove this. It's growing over the lower branch, and it's gonna take up that look, that space. We won't be able to see that branch, so this will need to go, but I'm gonna leave it on for the first flush to pump some more energy into our trunk. This one also, I've got a bud here, and I've got a bud on the other side in the lower part of the branch, so I can divide it there, because this is kind of weird. It's very thick on the up part of the tree. It's very thick, and I do not like that, so I'm just gonna remove it from here, just like that. So little by little I'm starting to discover things. This is way too high. It's higher than the apex, let's say. So I wanna prune it off. Because it's way too high. I've got a bud here, I've got a bud on the other side, so I will prune it off just like that. This is the final result. As you can see, a little bit of repotting and some pruning will create wonders. Also my tree, it's pretty small right now, which I quite love. I can make it a shohin size, but it will get better and better with each repotting I will just position it better and better and better. With the first potting that you make, it's pretty hard to make it perfect. So this is fine now. We're gonna see each other with this tree in late spring after it flushes and all of that new growth will mature and harden off. Then we will come again on this tree and prune it. The buds want to pop, so the timing of this repotting was just perfect. So thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Bye bye.